down a troubled club off the pitch and on it. As an FA investigation into finances continues, the club is tonight on the verge of being taken over. The Hertfordshire businessman does not want to be named yet, but he's a Luton fan with interests in motor racing. Martin Keane, who once led a consortium trying to take over the club, believes if this new deal goes ahead, it's good for the club.
I believe there are people within that consortium who have got the best interests of the club, and I think if clear demarcation lines are drawn, i.e. developers, business people go away and make their money in different areas, protect the club, ring-fence the club, make sure the club's a viable business going forward and can be an asset to the community, that's the kind of business deal I'd like to see for the club.
Chairman Bill Tomlins, of course, resigned yesterday in the wake of the FA investigation, and the manager, who only arrived a fortnight ago, has hurried many changes but didn't expect these hurdles.
I spoke to Peter Reid this morning and he says, Blackie, if you're not careful, you'll get reputation. That's about the fifth chairman, I think, in two clubs that we've got rid of.
Blackwell, of course, was at Leeds, which had its own problems, but he believes the imminent takeover is what brought him here.
I made it quite clear that the club would not survive if it stayed at Kenilworth Road. It's as clear as that. And I didn't come here to try and die at Kenilworth Road. And I think there will be some changes at the football club that I think we'll see why I've come, as I said, and watched this space.
Tonight, due diligence has taken place, meaning it could be another week before the official takeover happens. But as the club faces relegation this Saturday, fans will hope that a return to the good times may be not too far away. Linda O'Brien, Anglia News, Kenilworth Road.
Well, I'm afraid the Hatters' problems don't stop there. A new stadium is vitally important for the future, whoever ends up owning the club.
There are plans in place for a new stadium next to Toddington services at Junction 12 of the M1. But people living in the neighbouring villages are already lining up to defeat that project, as Carl Heidel reports.
It's been a tough time for Luton on and off the pitch. Relegation is likely. Former manager Mike Newell was sacked, and yesterday's shock announcement of an FA inquiry into the club's finances. And now there's something else to add to the mix, a chance to build a new home for the Hatters. But there's a problem. Over there, just beyond that yellowy-green field, is Junction 12 of the M1. Over there is Toddington services. Now a developer has proposed to turn all this land in between into a site for very large warehousing and also for a new stadium for Luton Town Football Club. The only thing is for the villagers of Harlington who live just over there, it's far too close and they're incredibly angry about it.
We're talking about a development, a commercial development with warehouses and of course a football stadium that's bigger than the village itself, and some of the proposed warehouses are bigger than the large common and football ground within our own village.
The land is owned by former Luton Town chairman Cliff Bassett. Luton Town's ground has been here in Kenilworth Road for more than 100 years, and certainly the grandstand is showing signs of age. In fact, the club has been talking about relocation for more than 50 years. A decade ago, the then chairman David Kohler proposed a stadium dubbed the Kohler Dome by Junction 10A of the M1. That never got off the ground, so the club still nestles in the centre of Luton, a ground that can only hold just over 10,000 people. A move out of the town would mean a purpose-built stadium holding around 25,000 people.
Some fans are totally against a move outside of Luton. However, there is a large proportion of fans who just want to see Luton in a new ground, regardless of where that ground may be situated, subject obviously to it not being relocated to somewhere like Milton Keynes.
Developers Rosemount, who proposed to build the warehouses and distribution centre near Junction 12, say they will pay up to £25 million towards the cost of the stadium. But local resistance in Harlington could mean those plans either being delayed or even shelved.